Tunbridge Civic Club show. And let's get started with our cast of characters. And we're going to start with the women this year.
Here comes some more.
Oh, yeah. You got a joke? Miss B.
Mr. Interlocutor!
Oh, look at you, Miss B.
Oh, welcome everyone. So, what is red and smells like blue paint?
Well, this sounds dangerous. What is it?
Red paint.
And Miss Maxine.
Mr. Interlocutor,
Yes.
do you know how to make a tissue dance?
A tissue dance.
Right.
No, I don't.
Put a little boogie in it.
Very good.
Yes.
You threw it, Justin. Mr. Rastus.
Say,
He does have an adjustment.
I do, I'm very adjusted. What did one saggy boob say to the other saggy boob?
Ooh. Is that what he said?
Nope, that's not what they said. They said, if we don't get some support around here, people are going to think we're nuts.
No squirrel joke. Mr. Domino.
Mr. Interlocutor,
Yes, indeed.
gotta tell you, my wife gave me an ultimatum. She gave me an ultimatum. She said, Domino, if you don't stop drinking, you don't stop going out carousing, and you don't stop playing music so loud, I'm gonna leave you. I'm sure gonna miss that girl.
Mr. Domino's got his priorities right, so we'll make sure. And look at that critter over there. Mr. Grassman.
Mr. Interlocutor,
Indeed.
I'm here to cut some grass tonight.
Good.
I want to know if you know why women can't grow whiskers.
Why women can't grow wrists?
Whiskers.
No, I don't know.
It's because they talk so much, they chew the roots right off.
I'll see tomatoes coming. And Mr. Curley.
Mr. Interlocutor, did you know that a recent study found that women who carry a little extra weight live longer than the men who mention it?
Yes, that's a good thing. Be quite careful of it. And once again, we have fearless Judy Lewis at the piano. And our thumper man, Paul Kipner.
What about those guys?
Oh yeah? Oh yeah! It's Howard Torres! Here's what makes this show go round.
All right, this year again, as usual, we got Henry Swayze carrying the hardwood.
You'll be hearing more about that later.
Mr. Interlocutor,
Yes, Mr. Curley.
went down to the pub the other night.
Oh,
Yeah, my brother Michael was down there, standing in the corner, wrapped up.
Oh.
Yeah, it was open mic night.
and we digested that one. All right, Loretta Lynn, you ain't woman enough to take my man.
But he don't love me anymore, and I'll have to let him go. Say you're gonna take him, oh, but I don't think you can. 'Cause you ain't woman enough to take my man. When the blood you there is does, and you can find anywhere. Get to him, I have to move over, and I'm gonna stand right here. It'll be over my dead body, so get out while you can. 'Cause you ain't woman enough to take my man. Times a man's caught looking at things that he don't need. He took a second look at you, but he's in love with me. Well, I don't know where that leaves you, oh, but I know where I stand. And you ain't woman enough to take my man. No, you ain't woman enough. Chicken butter. To him, I have to move over, and I'm gonna stand right here. It'll be over my dead body, so get out while you can. 'Cause you ain't woman enough to take my man. No, you ain't woman enough to take my man.
Say there, Mr. Interlocutor.
It's you again, Mr. Rasmus.
It is I. You know, I shot an arrow into the air,
Whoa.
and where it landed, I know not where. You know I lose more damn arrows that way.
And Mr. Domino doing all tangled up in blue. On his way. Beautiful.
She was in tune when I bought the thing. Little song I wrote. Little song about how I met my second wife. You know, kind of in between. But, early one morning, the sun was shining. I was lying in bed, wondering if she's changed at all, if her hair was still red. But her folks said that our life together sure was gonna be rough. Never did like Mama's homemade dress, Papa's back look wasn't big enough. And I was standing on the side of the road, rain falling on my shoes. Heading out for the East Coast, Lord knows how patient dudes getting through. Tangled up in blue. Well, she was married when we first met, soon to be divorced. I helped her out traffic jam, I guess, but I used a little too much force. So we drove that car as far as it could, abandoned it out west. Split up on the docks at night, both agreeing it was best. When she turned around and she looked at me as I was walking away, I heard her say over my shoulder, we'll meet again someday on the avenue, tangled in blue. Well, I got a job in the great north woods, worked right quick at a spell, but I never did like it all that much, and one day the axis fell. So I drifted on down to New Orleans, where my lucky was to be employed. I worked for a while on a fishing boat right outside of Delacroix. And all the while I was alone, the past was close behind. Well, I'd seen a lot of women, but she never escaped my mind. I was good, tired of being blue. She was working in a topless place, and I stopped in for a beer. Just kept staring at the side of her face, and the spotlight so clear. Later on, when the crowd thinned out, I was just about to do the same. She was standing there in the back of my chair, said, "Jimmy, don't I know your name?" Well, I muttered something underneath my breath. She studied the lines on my face. I must have made her feel a little uneasy when she bent down and tied the laces of my shoes. Tangled in blue. Well, she lit a burner on the stove and she offered me a pipe. Don't know how we all got started, don't know what we do with life. Then she opened up a book of poems and she handed it to me, written by an Italian poet from the 14th century. And every one of them words ran true in a glow like burning coal. I'm pouring off an aeroplane like it was really in my soul. Brought me to you, time in blue. Well, I heard him on a Montague Street in a basement down the stairs. There was music in the cafes at night, a revolution in the air. Then she started dealing in states and something inside and died. She had to sell everything she owned and just froze up inside. Finally one day when the bottom fell down, well, I became drawn. I do it all I knew how I did it just to keep on keeping on like a bird that flew. Tangled in blue. And now I'm going back in, gotta get to her somehow. All the people that we used to know, they're an illusion to me now. Some are mathematicians and some are carpenters' wives. Don't know how they all get started, don't know what they're doing with their lives. Me, I'm back here on the road and I'm headed for another joint. We always did feel the same, we just saw it from a different point. A few tentative blue, tentative blue, tentative blue.
Mr. Interlocutor.
Hello, Mr. Grassman.
Hey, did you hear about the third grade teacher?
The third grade teacher.
Yeah, this third grade teacher. She asked her class to use the word fascinate in a sentence.
Fascinating.
Fascinate.
Okay.
So the first little girl, Molly, said, well, I went to my grandpa's farm and the sheep were fascinating. And the teacher said, that's very good, Molly, but I was looking for the word fascinate. So she looks around the classroom, this next little girl named Sally. She said, well, my family, we went to the Grand Canyon. And I was very fascinated. She said, well, that's good, but I'm still looking for the word fascinate. Well, old little Johnny in the back, he's jumping up and down.
Uh-oh.
And she says, I know better than to ask him, he's burned me too many times. But she said, how could he screw up the word fascinate? So go ahead, Johnny, what would you like to say? He said, well, my Aunt Rita has a new sweater with 10 buttons. But her boobs are so big, she can only fascinate.
All right. Entire company with they can't take that away from me. It's Mr. Domino's joke.
Oh,
Is that
okay.
fun?
Mr. Interlocutor.
You got out. That was good.
Mr. Interlocutor, you heard about the farmer in town that had to sell out all his Holsteins, sell out all the dairy operation, and turned his farm into a bed and breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Tell me about that.
Pretty common story, you know, but he turned his place into a bed and breakfast, and so some of his first customers that came up to stay were these girls from Florida, or ladies from Florida.
Wow.
They came up, there's, a bunch of them.
Oh,
6, 7.
full house.
Yeah. And so they said, sir, we're very happy to be here in Vermont. This is quite an experience. But can you tell us is there a place where we can go skinny dipping right here in Vermont?
Woo! Get in it.
Well, he said, I suppose you could go down to the pond. Okay, so they went down to the pond and, well, you know what they were doing down to the pond.
Yeah.
And not too long later, the farmer shows up and he's carrying a big bucket.
Uh-huh.
Carrying a bucket, like a sap pail bucket.
Yeah, I wonder what he's gonna do with that.
Well, so did the girls who were all swimming in the pond.
Yeah.
So, all these girls swimming in the pond, they said, did you just come down here so you could get a glimpse of us skinny dipping in the pond? He said, no, I just came down here to feed the alligators.
All right. Mary Beth Lang with I'm a Little Rooster.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. I know many of you have been here before. Thanks for coming back. I moved to Tunbridge in 2003 from the city, so I learned a lot about animals when I got here, things I never even knew. One animal in particular, and I ended up writing a little song about this, and I'm going to sing it for you. It's a children's song, and I'm accompanied by Butch Howell. I'm a little rooster, cock-a-doodle-doo. I crow in the morning when the day is new. I wake up the farmers and the cows that moo, 'cause that's my job, oh cock-a-doodle-doo. All day long I strut through the farm, shaking my tail and waving my arms. I play with the hens and I chase them too, to keep them safe, oh cock-a-doodle-doo. But when the daylight fades and the moon begins to rise, I go to the barn and I shut my eyes. I get lots of sleep and I snore some too, 'cause I'm a sleepy rooster. Cock-a-doodle-doo. But when the sun peeks over the hills, it's time for me to rise. I shake up my feathers and I open my eyes. Gotta wake up the farmers and the cows that moo. Everybody up, cock-a-doodle-doo.
Mr. Interlocutor!
Oh, Miss B!
Well, hello there again.
No.
Hey, did you know why a cowboy would get a wiener dog?
A cowboy get a wiener dog.
Because he wanted to get a long little doggy.
All right. And we have Maxine Young coming to clog a storm up.
If you could ever send a
just too hot. Let's get a look at it.
Ah,
Hey, I
Mr.
want to tell you a little
Rastus.
story. I want to tell you another true story.
All right.
You know Tracy Vespa?
Oh, I just might.
Yeah, you may have been introduced to her last night. But anyway, she was concerned about her life somewhat, so she decided that she probably ought to make arrangements for her to get into the kingdom of heaven.
Oh, good plan, huh?
So she decided that she would go up there and see what it was going to take for her to be admitted.
Good luck, Tracy.
Yep. So the fellow at the gate says, and what do you want? And she said, wow, I came here to see just what it was going to take me to be able to, live eternity in heaven here. And the fellow said, well, there's 3 things in general that you kind of have to, be able to meet requirements before you get in here. And one of them is that you're going to have to stop your gambling. You're probably going to have to stop your drinking and your smoking. And last of all, you're probably going to have to give up sex. Yep. I know it's a tall order, but that's what it takes. So anyways, she got the information, she left. She come back a month later, and the fellow at the gate says, and what do you want? He said, well, I thought I'd come up here and see if I could seal the deal. So he says, well, how you doing on your gambling? No, not too bad. She says, I haven't rolled the dice, haven't played the cards, haven't spun the wheel, I think I've kicked it. And what about your drinking and your smoking? He said, well, I really never did delve into the drinking and smoking too much, so that was an easy thing to give up. See, and then he says, well, what about your sex? Well, she says, things were going really good, and then one day my husband Bob come behind me and breathing down my neck, and we lost all kinds of control, and there you go, we did it right there on the floor. Wow! The gatekeeper says, here in heaven they kind of take a dim view on that. And she said, well, I thought probably the people at Walmart took a dim view on that as well.
You're just getting a little redder.
That's red pink.
So, you people should join in on these choruses. All these choruses are things you probably know. Entire company with When You Are a Tulip, going on to If You Knew Susie.
Mr. Interlocutor,
Miss Maxie!
did you hear who went into the bar drinking, and he was drinking all night and drinking and drinking. And finally the bartender said to him, "Don't you have to go to the bathroom?"
Oh, yeah.
And the pig goes, "No." And the bartender goes, "Why don't you have to go to the bathroom? You've been drinking all night." And the bartender and the pig goes, "Because I go wee, wee, wee all the way home."
And now we have Jory Innes with Why Women Cry. There you are.
Little Marcia Ball number for you. Hopeless love and faded flowers, sleepless nights and empty hours, faded kisses and lovers' lies. I'm telling you why women cry. Innocent victims with broken hearts. Happy endings and almost scars. Hurting looks and long goodbyes. I'm telling you why women cry. Love letters and lipstick stains. Old couples walking in the rain. Sad movies where the hero dies. No stick pictures and alibis. Love letters with lipstick stains. Old couples walking in the rain. Sad movies where the hero dies. No stick pictures and alibis. Sad songs and sudden danger. Cold betrayal and helpless anger. Baby's kisses and lovers' lies. I'm telling you why women cry. I'm telling you why women cry.
Just trying to look, I don't know why I'm crying, but
Mr. Grassman, yes. We'll put this back on a good note here.
hey, did you hear about the two boys down here by the cemetery one day?
Oh,
Yeah, these two boys were down here by underneath this big butternut tree, and they decided to collect a bunch of the butternuts and go up in the cemetery where nobody could see them and divide them up.
Makes sense.
So there they are, they're up there, and one boy's saying, "In this bucket, one for you, one for me. One for you, one for me." Once in a while, a nut would roll down to the fence. Well, this little boy on a bicycle comes by and he hears this "one for you, one for me" stuff and looks, and he can't see a soul there. He's thinking, well, that must be the Lord and Satan dividing souls. So he walks back into town here and he sees an old man walking with a cane, and the old man can barely get around. He said, "Sir, would you come with me? I need to show you something." The old man says, "Well, I have a really hard time walking." Well, he decides to go with the kid over there. They get over there and they stand against the fence, and sure enough, they hear, "One for you, one for me, one for you, one for me." Well, they stop hearing that, and then they hear the two little boys, but they still can't see nobody. They hear these two little boys say, "Hey, let's go get those nuts down by the fence." Well, the last I heard, the old man had the lead for the first half mile until the boy passed him on the bike.
Ooh. Yes. Butch is going to do some fiddling. Really?
That's how you wear a belt and suspenders. Support.
Mr. Interlocutor.
Yeah, that's the man. Mr. Domino.
Well, you know the old couple lives up on the hill?
Which one?
What hill?
Couple.
Well, you know, why sure you know.
I know, yes.
Well, you know, you go down the main road,
Okay.
then you turn up Jigger Hill Road,
Yeah.
go up past the steep part,
Yep.
that sharp corner there,
Yeah.
you go past old number 2 schoolhouse.
Okay.
They used to be there.
Oh, yeah.
You fall up the hill a little ways, you know, it gets a little bumpy.
Uh-huh.
But you get up there, and you know where that sugar house used to be?
Sure.
Yeah.
That was the one that burned, right?
Yeah, it burned down a few years
Yeah.
ago. Well, about half a mile before you get there is right where they live.
Okay.
Right that house right there.
All right, we got him.
It's right beside the road.
We can quit right now.
Well, you know, it didn't get too cold this winter, but we did have a couple cold nights.
Yeah.
And the old couple, they've been married many years. And they had the fireplace going, and they were pretty involved in a game of Scrabble.
Okay.
And they're across the table, and they're playing Scrabble, and they got a couple double word scores, and I think one of them wrote zombie.
Woo. That's score.
And the old man looks across the table to his wife of many years, and he says, "Honey, sometimes I think the old stove just ain't as hot as it used to be."
Oh, what's she doing?
Well, she looked back at him with a little twinkle in her eye, very sheepishly. She responded, "Well, honey, you know, times have changed. We used to be burning hard wood around here."
All right, Mr. Dressman with the fight beside of me.
I'd like to take the time right now and recognize that, you know, we lost a great singer, songwriter this week in Merle Haggard, and I'm going to do one of his songs right now. I hear people talking about the way they have to live here in this country. Harping on the wars we fight, griping about the way things ought to be. I don't mind them switching sides and standing up for things they believe in. When they're running down my countryman, they're walking on the fighting side of me. They're walking on the fighting side of me. Running down the way of life, I'm fighting and fought and died to be. If you don't love it, leave it. Let this song that I'm singing do the warning. When you're running down my country house, you're walking on the fighting side of me. I read about some squirrely guy who claims that he just don't believe in fighting. And I wonder just how long the rest of us can count on being free. They love our milk and honey, but they preach about some other way of living. When you're running down my country, man, you're walking on the fighting side of me. You're walking on the fighting side of me. Running down the way of life, I'm fighting and fought and died to keep. If you don't love it, leave it. Let the song that I'm singing be a warning. When you're running down my country, man, fight inside me. You're walking on the fight inside me. Running down the west like our fighting men talking down the key. If you don't love it, leave it. Let the song that I'm singing be warning. When you're running down my country house, you're walking on the fighting side of me. Thank you.
Mr. Interlocutor,
Oh, Mr. Curley, you're on.
I went down to Farmer's the other day and
Yeah, they Simonized you.
I think you got it wrong. Yeah, so I was sitting there and he was shaking me all up and everything, and it came time to shave my cheeks. He gave me this wooden ball. He says, "Hey, put this wooden ball inside your cheek." He said it'll help achieve a tighter shape.
Pretty neat.
That's what we did. Yeah. So took the ball out. I'm like, "Well, Mr. Barber, what if I had swallowed the ball?"
Oh,
He's like, "Well, in that there case, sir, that's no problem. You do what everybody else does. Just bring it back tomorrow."
yes. Well, luckily we're moving towards intermission. And the 7th grade is doing the refreshments down there, and they are getting a jump on next year for their class trip to Washington, D.C. So help them out in that way and enjoy some refreshments as well. We're also going to do a 50-50 raffle, and we give our proceeds from the show to things in town. And just to give you a sense, last year the donations went to Tunbridge Fire Department, the Royalton radio station, which reaches all the way up here to Tunbridge for a lot of us. Tunbridge Recreational Committee, and Tunbridge Historical Society, the Tunbridge Food Shelf, the Tunbridge Grange, Tunbridge Public Library, the school library, and the Ski Runners Club. So that's where your monies went last year. And if you want to participate in that 50-50 raffle, we'll have some more money, and you just need to know that you got in the door kind of cheap. All right, now the entire company with Shoe Fly Pie and Apple Pan Dowdy. Dollar